Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. The last couple of days the SPY gave us beautiful pullback. It started off with the breakdown of 606.4. We did not call the top, we just waited for the right setup. And then we had another nice breakdown yesterday of the 605 level, and we had that fib level, gap fill, whatever you want to call it. It was a gap fill around 603.9. The fib level was at 604. We broke both of that level down. Looks like the bears definitely showed follow through. Now, before we talk about what can happen next, because we have CPI this morning, guys, and with CPI, anything can happen. They're talking about how Trump's tariff can mess up inflation and stuff like that, our progress on inflation. I don't know, guys. I'm not a news guy. All I can do is talk about the price action and what would the scenarios look like and how we should trade it or how we can trade it. I'm here to talk about the actionable trade setups / ideas that we can do, okay? No predictions, no crystal ball. But before we even get there, I try to make my video educational, okay? Because I want to empower us. I want us to become great at price action trading. None of that, what was it, that fast money scheme crap that a lot of these other scammers, these so-called YouTubers try to do, okay? They're not all scammers. There's some good YouTubers out there, but a lot of them, they try to sell you fast money stuff, okay? My approach is not about the fast money. It's about getting rich slowly, not getting rich quickly. And to get rich slowly, we have to empower ourselves with knowledge and wisdom, okay? And understand, the price action, how to trade price action, how to enter and how to exit better. So you guys know how I enter and how I exit. I enter based on the setups and I exit based on the levels, level to level, and I leave runners, right? But what's very important, all right, if you guys go to my educational section of my YouTube channel, one of my videos, I talk about the back test and go. I call it the back test and go. I'm sure there's a better term for it out there, but Uncle Charles refers to it as the back test and go. And with that concept, right, it helps you know if a breakout or a breakdown is legit. Now, remember on Monday when we broke down that 606.4 level, what happened later around 1:30? We back tested 606.4 as a resisted and found rejection. What do we call this, guys? We call it the role reversal, when a support turns into a resistance. That is bearish price action, and it can happen the opposite way when we recapture a level, or we break out a level, and then we see that level turn into a support and it bounces. That's a bullish price action, okay? Right now we have bearish price action when we lost the 606.4 level, and it definitely led to more downside. Now, one of the levels that I gave you guys as well was the 605 level. Okay, now if you go to my Discord, I wrote 606 broke down and defended as resistant yesterday. To invalidate the breakdown, 606.4 must recapture. That means I was only going to be bullish if 606.4 recaptured, because we broke that level down yesterday. The only way I would have turned bullish again is if that breakdown was invalidated. That means we needed to recapture 606.4. Did that happen? No. Okay, and I wrote if below 606.4, then the breakdown stays intact. That means it's bearish. Follow through would be to break down 605 and 603.9 to put 602 or lower in place. So 605 was my first level. So here we go again with the back test and go. Okay, it's very important because here's what happened yesterday. It was a bit trappy. First breakdown of 605 right there. All right, we're actually that's actually in the that's pre-market. I thought I saw a breakdown. Maybe I go to 15-minute. Oh, there we go. So we go to the 15. See, 30-minute chart was a lot less noisy. If you trade just on a 30-minute chart, you probably wouldn't have got faked out. But with the 15-minute chart, man, look at that. That's the breakdown I was talking about. It was at the open. We broke down 605. I mean, to be fair, it opened around 605.3-ish. And it dropped all the way down to 604.2-ish. But if you go based on Uncle's level, broke down 605 and it didn't show follow through. What happened? It recaptured, and that didn't show follow through either. I was only going to be bullish if we recaptured 606.4. I would have taken that false breakdown more serious if we recaptured 606.4. Did that happen? It didn't happen. It looked like it was going to happen. However, we got the breakdown. Boom. Okay, we had the recapture. It was testing that support, showed some buying pressure, and then boom. Market makers said, no, not today, bulls. They broke down 605. That was the trigger to go puts. But we tried to break down 605 earlier and it didn't work. So at this point, you may have been nervous. But what happened? We got the back test. Back test and go. You guys see that? Back test and go. That's how you know, guys, that the breakdown is legit. Okay? So if you're ever nervous, I don't know if this breakdown is good, you watch what happens on the back test. This is called back test and go. Breakdown support. And if it back tests and it shows selling pressure, that's a good sign. Hey, the back test is legit. If you entered on the breakdown and it doesn't back test and just simply continue going down, then good, even better. But if it does back test, that's what you want to watch out for. If your inputs and it's back testing your level where you entered, watch the behavior. If there's selling pressure, keep holding on to your puts or look to enter puts. If there's evidence of selling pressure, okay? But if it recaptured, then obviously you cut loss. But in this case, back test and go worked. Broke down 605, treated 605 as a resistant, and it pushed down lower. Even if you didn't use it as entry, even if you didn't use this level as entry, you can look at it like, what is the price action saying to me? And if it's saying bearish, that's giving you information. That's valuable information from the source itself. Okay, look at that. Broke down support. Back test as resistant, push down. Broke down support. Back test as resistant, push down. So I ask you guys, is that bullish price action behavior or is it bearish price action behavior? That's bearish. Okay, so I tell you that because I just want you guys to have that knowledge under your belt, that tool under your belt, so you can use it for the future on your own time, whether you're with me or you're with yourself. You know what I mean? Okay, so back test and go. That's what I call it. That's how you can confirm breakdowns. That's how you confirm breakouts. Now let's get to the price action. 2 days in a row of pullback. Broke down a couple of fib levels. Gave us some nice level-to-level moves. If you ask me, can it continue? My answer right now is neutral, okay? While I'm slightly leaning bearish, slightly, all right? And when I say bearish, I don't mean like on the bigger trend. I mean bearish on a very short term because I'm a day trader. I like to see this 600 level, this previous high right here, get retested as a support, and then we can go from there. That's what I personally like to see because I think it's healthy. But with CPI today, anything can happen. It can bounce up very high to the upside. It can drop even lower to the downside, or it can just, well, chop. Okay? So we got to be really ready. I mean, I always say this all the time. Be ready for any scenario. But today, with CPI, you got to really, really, really be ready more than usual. Okay? Now, these are the setups, guys. We broke down 604 fib level. We broke down 606.4 fib levels. That's 2 fib levels that we broke down. If you are a bull and you are looking for buying opportunities, you got to wait for the false breakdown setup. Okay, here in Uncle Charles' channel, we don't call tops, we don't call bottoms. Look what happened here. Look what happened there. We cleared 606.4 and it led to more downside. We didn't have to call a top. We just waited for the right setup, the false breakout setup. But that's a bearish setup. If you're looking for a bull setup, then you need the false breakdown setup, which means levels that were lost to be recaptured. We lost 604 and we lost 606.4. We can also reference 605. But either way, 604, 605, and 606.4 must recapture for us to be bullish again, for us to say, hey, maybe a higher low is in and we're heading up to all-time highs or new all-time highs. But it has to start with a false breakdown setup. Is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. If you want things that are guaranteed, if you want 100% certainty, you got to get a job. You get a job, you get hired, You know, you work, you put in your 40, 50, 60 hours a week, you know, you're guaranteed a paycheck on a Thursday, Friday, whatever. Okay? If that's what you want 100% certainty, you get a job. In the trading community, we are operating under different circumstances, okay? Under a different reality. You got to be cut from a different cloth to be a trader, okay? Because we're operating in the realm of uncertainty. If you're a police officer, someone's a veteran, been in the military, you know, maybe you're a first responder in the medical field. You guys are used to operating under the rules of under the realm of like uncertainty, right? You guys are used to that. Now, I'm not saying trading is at the levels of a police officer or something like that, okay? Definitely not as dangerous, but it's the principle, the mindset is similar where it's like, yo, we don't know what's going to happen today. All we can do is be prepared for any scenario, whether it's a good scenario or a bad scenario. That is the sheep mindset, okay? That's the sheep style mindset. That's all I'm saying is to be ready. Does that make sense to you guys? So the bottom line is, if we're below 604, and you know, the breakdown stays intact. If the breakdown stays intact, there is no reason, at least for the short term, to be bullish. That means 602 and 600 stays in play. And we've been talking about tops come in are usually put in when we get false breakouts. Well, guess what? We had 600 as a previous pivot high. We cleared 600 and it led to a new all-time high. Great stuff. $9 move to the upside since breaking out that level. So if we break down 600, guess what? That's a massive macro level false breakout setup right there. Okay, so below 600 would be very bearish. Okay, so below 604, bearish. 602, 600, 598, and 596.6 are all in play. Below 600, bears in control. If we're going to try to put in a bounce, 604, 605, 606.4, all must clear to put 608 back in play. Above 608, new all-time highs incoming. Triple Q, beautiful trade on Triple Q as well. We broke down that 523.5 level yesterday. Very nice. But let's just get to the daily chart. What is the next plan? Well, I have next support at 520.5 and 519 fib level, okay? If those levels fail or we gap below those levels, guys, with CPI, that's bearish. 517, 515, all in play. Break down those levels, 513.5 and 512 incoming. Trust no bounce unless 522 and 523.5 can recapture. We broke down those levels yesterday. We had a strong rejection from the 525 area. So all those levels must clear. 522, 523.5, 525 must clear to give us new, well, it'll send us to 527, but after that, new all-time highs, okay? Tesla, some very good trading. Yeah, I mentioned everybody yesterday. You want a long above 394 and 400. Very nice move. Right now it's around 406.80, so I have support at 406 and 404. As long as above 408 and 410 are in play, guys, with 412 or higher. I wouldn't look to short unless 406 and 404 fail to put 400 back in play. Below 400 is 397.5. That's a fib level. That's actually the last fib level that we cleared yesterday. So break that down. Bears can definitely take back some control with 396, 394, and 390 all back in play. NVDA, that evening star pattern definitely played out. It definitely played out. We broke down a fib level around 136.7. So as long as below, the breakout stays intact with 135, 133, and 131.8 all in play. Okay, trust no bounce unless 138 and 140 can recapture. We do need the daily chart close above those. We tried to wash above them yesterday, but we just couldn't hold it intraday. So 140, and then maybe I'll get bullish again if it recaptures. Otherwise, still looking bearish. IWM, we hit that 236 fib level finally, okay? We did get a little bounce. If it's a dead cat bounce, 236 must fail today. The RSI is not oversold just yet. It's getting close, but it's not oversold just yet. So if we lose 236, we do have a gap around 234.4ish with 233 and 230 below. Trust no bounce unless 237.5 and 239 can recapture. If 239 can clear, a bottom might be in, but we do have the 240.8 fib level and then 242 above as target. Apple just still not trying to pull back. Can somebody please tell Apple? I'm telling you, If Apple can finally pull back, we'll get a much deeper pullback, okay, on the SPY, because Amazon showing signs of a pullback. I mean, Meta is still chopping. Microsoft is chopping, but I think they had some bad news yesterday or something. So if, I'm telling you, watch Apple, okay? If this stock can pull back along with the other heavyweight stocks like Amazon and stuff, we can get a legit pullback on SPY, okay? So for that to happen, I have support at 246 and 244. If those levels can fail, 242 and 240 would be in play with 237.5 below, okay? Otherwise, man, if we clear 248, 250 and 251.5 incoming. Amazon looked like it tried to pull back, closed below 226 yesterday. If it breaks down 224 and 222, then 220 incoming. 220 is a fib level, so if that's lost, that's a big win for the Bears. Putting their critical 216 level in play. Below 216, I would be bear bias. Okay? Trust no bounds unless 226 recapture to put 228, 230, and 232 in play. The Meta is chopping. It has an inside candle set up right here. So I would look to long if 622 and 623.5 can clear to put 625 and 630 in play. I would be bull bias above 625, definitely above 630. Okay, with 636 in play above as well. To get bearish, I need to see 620 and 618 fail as support. That will put 615.6 and 614 in play. Those levels fail, we could drop all the way back down to 606. And below 606, bears take control of momentum. Microsoft, can they give us a deeper pullback? It hit this fib level at 449.4-ish. It hit it, and then it rejected, okay? Could it be the news catalyst? Could it be the price action? Or is it a combination of both? Is it manipulated? Hell yeah, it is. Anyways, support right now that I have is at, I have it at 442 and 440.5. If those levels fail, 439 and 437.6 in play. I'd be bearish below 440.5. But since 437.6 is a fib level, if that's lost, I would be even more bearish with the gap fill at 431 in play. And then 428 is the next fib level below. Trust no bounce unless resistance clears. I need to see 446 clear to put 448 and 449.4 in play. Above 449.4, we can get more upside. DXY is bouncing. Could this be a W pattern playing out? Possibly. And if it clears 107.1, that's your bullish follow through to head up higher. I think we can go hit 108 if 107.1 clears. If this is a dead cat bounce, 106.1 and 105.6 must fail. Coin, beautiful pullback, beautiful drop to the downside. This stock is so volatile, guys, okay? There's so much money to be made. You don't have to worry about, oh, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? This stock moves so much, like who cares if it goes up, it goes down. It's volatile stock. You're going to make money if you get the right direction. So you don't want to like, oh, I hope it goes up. No, this stock moves like $5, $10, $20 in a day. Like it's nothing. If you even catch $2 to $3 of that move, you made your week, maybe even your month. Maybe you'll even join Uncle Charles's Discord. Okay? So remember, it's all about the price action and how we react to it. But we got to know the levels, right? Right now, we got a breakdown of that downtrend line. Okay, that downtrend line is around 308.5. We're gapping around that area. So I'll trust the recapture. Well, first it needs to stay above 308.5. Then it needs to clear 310 in the fib level at 311.7. We rounded up to 312 actually. Okay, so that's my plan for coin today. I will look to long if 310 and 312 clears. I'll trust the bounce, and oh, it could be a beautiful bounce. 320, 322 would be targets. Well, I'll probably take profits around 318-ish, but then above that is 320, 322. Above 322, since that's a fib level, a bottom could be in if that level recaptures, okay? Now, if we're below 308.5, the breakdown possibly stays intact. Bearish follow through would be to break down the next support levels. So below 308.5, I have 306, 304.5, 303. if those levels fail. Add these levels as horizontal lines in your charts, guys. 15, 30-minute chart or whatever time frame you're comfortable with. And, you play it, price action, break it down. If you break those downs, guys, you want to look to short 300, 297.4 or lower would be in play. Okay, now keep in mind, as much as I love this stock, it's very volatile, so it's not really for the beginners. So if you are a beginner, you struggle with cut and loss, this is not the stock for you, because if it goes against you, you're gonna be crying, and then you're gonna hold to your bag when you shouldn't be, and then you're gonna hate trading. Okay, just if you don't have experience, maybe paper trade with this one. Okay, but if you do have experience, like couple years in the game, you got a few battle scars here and there, this stock is definitely for you. Give it a shot. Start off small, guys. Start off small. You don't even have to start off big with this one. This stock moves so much, even if you do a little bit, couple $100, you can make some good money, right? Don't go in the thousands unless you're very, very comfortable. Okay, up to you guys though. Okay, this is just my recommendation. Go small, level to level, leave runners. And on DOGE, I got my stop loss hit yesterday, but what did it do? What did it do? Well, it's better to play it safe, and I can't complain. Okay, I entered 40 cents. I took profit around 42, scale out around 44, 46, and then 48, and then I got stopped out. Okay, that's not bad. Not my best trade, but it's not bad. Looking like we're bouncing here, but I can't take the bounce serious right now because you guys see that uptrend. We broke it down. Right now, it looked like it just back testing. Remember how Uncle talked about the back test and go? Yeah, that also applies on these crypto shares as well. So I'm not going to take the bounce serious unless we recapture the uptrend line. When would Uncle look to long again? Well, to be fair, we did recapture 40 cents. But based on this trend line, based on the context, I need to see 42 cents recaptured, and then I'll trust the bounce. I think if 42 cents recapture, I think this time we can go hit 48, 50 cents, maybe even higher. So that's my plan. I'm just going to sit here, be patient, lick my wounds a little bit. But if we recapture 42 cents, I'll look to long, maybe grab like 100 shares, maybe 1,000 actually. We'll see. I think I'll probably grab like 1,000 shares above 42 cents. And then we'll target 44 cents, but I think we could go hit 48 and 50 cents. But if this is just a back test, right? We did recapture 40 cents. If this rejects here, and then we break down 40 cents, and then we break down 38 cents, I'm just going to sit on my hands, guys. I'm just going to sit on my hands. I'm only playing this long. So, yeah. Bitcoin is still in consolidation, guys. Still in consolidation. 93K up to 100K consolidation zone. Yeah, we can break 100K again, 104K and new all-time highs. I can't get bearish unless we break down 95 and 93K, and then I'll take the pullback more serious. Okay, guys? That's what I have for you guys this morning. I really hope you guys enjoyed this price action analysis from your uncle Chartist. And yeah, if you guys like it, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, join the Discord, and don't forget to say bye.